let's talk about what Project Compassion is. It's obviously been around for a long time. Give us a sense as to what happens with Project, how it started and what you all do.
Okay, well, it's a good time to ask. This is our 50th year. So we started in 1972 with Gloria White, being in rehab at a nursing home, and she noticed no one had except her with her family had visitors. So she set out about to change that. So in March of 1972, she and a bunch of ladies formed Project Compassion, and that was with one nursing home. Now we have 26 that we serve in all 6 counties that United Way serves. So our main goal is to have companionship and joy and better quality of life for nursing home residents, and make them feel empowered, and make them feel needed and important.
So it's visiting nursing homes. How has COVID played a lousy role in this last couple of years?
Very lousy, as you can imagine, because we went from being completely normal like everybody else to we were shut down. So everything was restricted, and you remember there was nothing, nobody in or out. So we did that. We pivoted to all of our programs. Most of them we could still continue, but differently. So we had window visits. We did window pet therapy. We did window pet parades, and they would come out and see, but we just couldn't, see in person. And we did lots of cards, and calling. Our Right to a Resident program was popular, and we did a lot of things that we, just differently than we could. If we feel it was somebody's 100th birthday, or something, a significant anniversary for a couple, we dropped off that, got them a gift card, got food delivered, whatever their special meal was, that kind of thing. And like for today, St. Patrick's Day, they couldn't do parties, so we would, because they couldn't congregate or even have dinner together, or their meals, which is their big social time. And so all those activities, we just kind of pivoted and did the way we could virtually. We did a lot of, we even did a closed circuit bingo, so everybody could do that in their room, and there could be a staff caller, and provided prizes, and wasn't as good, but it was there. So
you still stayed busy, even though everything was kind of shut down. You guys didn't back down at all, it sounds like.
We did, and we did lots of calling. People, families would call and say, hey, I'm in Connecticut and my mom is there, and I heard about your Silverline program. Can you have somebody call her? So we called them regularly, and then we trained staff and residents to do Skype, do FaceTime, that kind of thing. And then as COVID went on, and there was some grant money and that kind of thing, some facilities got some technology that they were able to do more of that someone didn't have to have a cell phone, or they didn't have to have and we could do window visits with sound and audio, and we did all kinds of things. We played tic-tac-toe in the window.
So how are things now? Are you able to go in, and if I know you rely on a lot of volunteerism, how does that work?
Well, we are just kind of, for the last couple of months, really coming out of it, where people can be open, and families have been able to go in, but everyone still had a COVID unit or several, and as it goes just randomly through the population. So now it's just really opening up where volunteers can come in, and it's not everywhere, but most places of our 26 facilities, and it's so welcome, and we're so glad to see them. And it's just like one of those slow-mo videos when you see a flower opening and you see it over 24 hours. That is so amazing to see that people just from like a lifeless, stoic kind of just another day to smiling and happy, and their eyes sparkle, and they're happy to know that you came to see them. So it's just happening, and our volunteers are coming back. We have our students that now that that was a big part of our program too, the intergenerational aspect, where they came in and sang, and whether it was Jack and Jill or high school students, UAFS, we did elementary, all kinds of historical things. We taught about victory gardens and made bread, and did all kinds of things that they did, so the kids would learn, and the elders would teach about it basically and talk about it. So now that the vaccines are available for those kids, then we're able to start that back. So things are kind of rolling.
Getting back to being kind of normal. And what you're speaking of music and kids, one of the neatest things I think you all do during the holidays or close to the holidays, Hearts of Gold. That really is a very special time for not only Project Compassion, but for those who attend the event. I've been a part of that for a few years, and I just love I just love it.
It is, and we appreciate that. It's and we miss it so much. It's such a community event, and the kids have fun, and it's everybody gets to bring their donations for the gifts, and it's festive, and it's kind of a yearly thing. People come, and it's an event they plan to come to, and everybody misses it. So we did our pivoting. We went to the last 2 years. We had a drive-through at the same location there at St. Luke's, but we actually were just there, and people would drive through and drop off their donations, and would have a little prize for them, and Stan would be there waving and give them a little. It wasn't the same, but it was fun,
Right.
and they got to come, and people really in the community really responded. So they came, the same people that came, dropped off there, and everyone said, "Gosh, I hope we get back next year to the event, and how's Daren doing?"
Yeah, and you do
It
have a
was,
date. You do have a date for this year, November 30th. Hopefully by then we can have an event again.
We really hope so. We really hope to do it. And starting this last year, we also coupled a 5K with we had a Hearts of Gold 5K. So that's the Saturday after that event. So we're doing that again. It was a lot of fun. We had all kinds of costumes, and it was actually in honor of Dr. Eric Stein and his memory. And he was a big part of Project Compassion. Hearts of Gold was his really favorite thing. And so we lost him a couple of years ago. So this was in his honor, and we had the weather was amazingly good. It was a beautiful day. It was on December 4th. So we lucked out. So maybe we will again, but it was a fun 5K. And of course, the whole point was to raise money and collect Hearts of Gold gifts for the residents.
Right. All right. I know you rely on a lot of donation, and you get that, but I know you rely a lot on United Way of Fort Smith area. What's the partnership like with that?
It is amazing. I think it's, if you look at, and I've been in other places and been with other United Ways, not with this organization, but just places you've lived. Ours is an amazing United Way. And we cover 6 counties, but part of what, being a United Way agency, partnering with them is, from really A to Z. We do, obviously, the funding is very necessary. We couldn't do what we do without United Way, but also they help us with, out in each community of the 6 counties, out in Paris and Ozark and Greenwood and Charleston, and all the places that we outreach to. They have events and invite us to, and that helps us with the awareness, that helps us recruit volunteers. And Mitzi and Carrie and Shay and everybody really do a good job of including the agencies in that. And one of the big things about United Way, about donations, is of course that 100% of the donations that people give stay right here in the community, and not many places can say that. So United Way is a big part of what we do.
All right. I know you have a Facebook page, and I know that's where a lot of folks can get some information about how to become a volunteer and what you all do. Project Compassion on Facebook?
We're on Facebook, and you can see a lot of what we do. If you look right now, you'll see that we're collecting Easter bunnies until April 12th. So we do that, and deliver Easter bunnies with a little cheer and fun about that time during that week of Easter week. And that just makes a big difference. Just a happy little event we have, and we have it with our parties, and it's people appreciate a little friend.
Sounds
and then
like
we have our golf tournament is also on there. That's in May, and looking for teams and players for that. We always have a good time. It's out at Ben Garen. And and our tennis tournament. Our tennis tournament, it's also April 23rd, which is right after Day of Caring. So we have a busy week.
Sounds like a busy time. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for supporting us and everything you do, and we're looking forward to see you in November.